Welcome back to the show, Extra Rich. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you are new, so you are notified whenever these videos drop, all right? And hit that like button too. It's totally free. On the menu for today, we have Sick of Oppression, the Oppression Olympics. Good leadership versus bad leadership. Let's jump on into it, all right?
Concerning these black celebrities. Listen, I've got to get something off my chest concerning these black celebrities. I was scrolling on X and I saw another woman claiming victim. It was another female black celebrity that went on a national platform and said because she is black, she doesn't feel safe in America. And so I want to challenge that. I want to say where? Where don't you feel safe in America? See, here's the situation. I am so sick of these black celebrities, these black multi-million, some even billionaires, getting on national platforms and lying to the people, telling them we're still oppressed. Where's the oppression? Where is it? I want this message to go to the highest paid black celebrity out there because I want to know where is the oppression. The same white men that you say are against us is the same ones you live around in your multi-million-dollar homes. Aren't you surrounded by white people? Ooh. These same white folks that you're out here telling us to be afraid of, and you say that are holding us back, are the same ones that are writing your checks that you are cashing. Y'all, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the black celebrities. They're the ones who are holding the black community back. Look at the music. The rappers. The rappers are telling black men, sag your pants, sell drugs, kill people, and disrespect women. Look at the black female rappers. All they promote is shaking their behind, being a hoe. Look at Sexy Red. She got lip glosses and the names of her STDs. Look at the media. Look at BET. All BET puts in front of our black youth is killing and selling drugs and self-destruction. Everything that is black and that is supposed to be entertainment is negative. And how are we supposed to get ahead if everything we see is negative? I'm trying. Me and my husband, we're trying. You know, our youth program is getting ready to start this summer. It runs through the summer. Every year we do a youth program where we are teaching the youth engineering, supply chain, technology, and finance. We're trying.
That's fire.
But do you know how hard it is to influence these kids to want to be great when everything they see is negative? Everything that is promoted is negative.
Ooh. Now I gotta stop her right there. I was trying to let her cook. You know, I was trying to let her cook, but I gotta stop it there because that's something that I've said many times. How detrimental this whole oppression Olympics actually is, right? Because when you have kids growing up, right, and all the only message, the big message that they're hearing from a lot of black folks is, oh, well, the white man's going to come take it from you, or the white man's going to always be ahead of you, or the white man this, the white man that, we're always oppressed, you ain't going to never get ahead, blah, 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 blah. When it's all negative, what type of incentive is there for that young child growing up to do anything positive in their life? Because they've been told, well, the white man this, white man that, the white man going to take it away from you, the white man's always going to be ahead of you, the white man's not going to let you have it, the white man this. You're not giving that kid any type of incentive to do anything positive because they just like, well, the white person just gonna come take it from me. Why should I work hard to try to become an entrepreneur and build a business, or work hard to move up in this organization or that organization when they ain't gonna give me the promotions anyway because I'm black and they're white? Why don't I just go rob, steal, and kill? I can go get my money that way. You know, so like this whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. And then to go back to her point about these black celebrities making millions of dollars. And actually, I made a video on this on the other channel with a guy by the name of Bishop Wooden. He talked about this, and a lot of these so-called civil rights leaders fly in on their private jets, come in and talk about oppression, the black oppression this, black oppression that, and then they fly out on their private jets, making millions of dollars. They're making millions of dollars telling black people how oppressed we are. How ridiculous. If we're oppressed, how are you rich? And you just as black as I am. Like, that's what I want to know from these civil rights leaders, right? If we're oppressed, how are you rich? It's absolutely ridiculous, man. And I'm so sick of it. This weak mentality of, oh, I'm oppressed, you know. And one of the things that they always do is they go back, right? Well, we weren't allowed to vote until, 70, 80 years ago. They always go back. They'll go back to slavery. And it's like, bro, it's 2025. Slavery doesn't exist. You can vote. Discrimination is against the law, right? Like, what are you talking about? You're not oppressed. You can do, like, my mentality is there's not a single thing any white person, no Asian person, no Mexican, or anybody else can do that I'm not capable of doing myself. But according to these so-called civil rights leaders, we're not capable of doing anything, right? We're not capable of doing anything, even though they're making millions of dollars. Like, make it make sense. Make that make sense. It makes absolutely no sense, man. And my final point, we go jump back into this video because I'm gonna let her keep cooking for a little bit longer. It's interesting how a lot of these black folks, whenever they get any type of money, do they stay amongst other black folks? Do they live amongst other black folks? Every single one of them move out to where a bunch of white people live, even though they tell us white people are the enemy. Oh my goodness, the boogeyman. But your neighbor is white. Matter of fact, your whole block is white. You're the only black person that lived there. But they're the boogeyman. Man, boy, I tell you.
The airways, the media, they promote destruction in our community. I'm sick of Beyonce. I'm watching clips of this girl's concert, because trust me, I ain't watching it. But I saw clips on X and on TikTok, and some dude said, yeah, Beyonce out here telling these white folks she ain't going for it. Going for what? Beyonce is worth billions of dollars. How is she oppressed? How are you oppressed, Beyonce? You still promoting oppression? Are y'all still promoting D.L. Hughley? He's still out here. See, I watched that man sit on TMZ and tell the people at TMZ that, yes, it was the Democrats, the left, the LGBTQ who took the woke ideology that belonged to civil rights and turned it into something else. And then the man said, well, you can't blame MAGA for that. Yeah, yes, I can. It is their fault. But you just sit there and said that it was the left and it was the LGBTQ community that took the word woke and turned it into something else, but you still want to blame MAGA? I'm sick of them. Every black celebrity, you are a sellout.
I won't say every black celebrity, but there is a heavy majority of black celebrities who are rich and popular, well-known, I should say, that preach that nonsense. Black people are oppressed. Black people are oppressed. We need to march in the streets. We're marching. You know what's also funny about that? These same folks that have been voting for the same party since the 60s. Hold on. These same folks have been voting for the same party since the 60s and have been crying about the same things, marching for the same things since the 60s, do the same shit today. And then they want to say, well, the Republican Party is racist. They're all racist. Trump is terrible, blah, 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 blah. Bro, you've been voting for the same, excuse me. See, I'm you've been voting for the same people since the 60s. How have they improved your life? Explain that to me. And anybody else who stands up and calls this out, oh, we called all types of names under the sun. All types of names. The C word, right? I'm not going to say it. Just, we're going to try to keep it somewhat PG. I know I cursed. I shouldn't be cursing. But call us all types of names when we call this out. But you ain't never called out the Democrat Party, though. The same people that you've been voting for since the 60s. But you still complain about the same things that you complained about in the 60s today. Oh, we're all oppressed. Weren't you saying that back in the 60s, too? I thought the Democrats were supposed to fix that for you. Come on, bro. But people like myself who call this nonsense out, we the Uncle T's. Right. Make it make sense. It doesn't. And honestly, part of it is sad to watch. You know, people go through the same cycle of the same mess over and over again. It's just like, bro, wake up. You've been voting for these same people. Joe Biden sat on the show with Charlemagne and said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. And nobody came out and said nothing about it. If you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. What? Because you a Democrat? We supposed to just line up and yes, master? What was all the black celebrities then? Y'all care about racism so much? Why didn't you call Joe Biden out? Oh, hell no. Who the fuck are you to tell us if we don't vote for you, then we ain't black? What? It's crazy. What was all the black celebrities when Joe Biden called black kids roaches? That's on video, by the way. That's not speculation. That's not a little secondhand that we heard that, was told by somebody. Somebody heard Joe Biden say, no, that's on videotape. You can watch him do it. Joe Biden calling black kids roaches. Where were all these black leaders then? Nowhere to be found. Except for when it was time to vote. Then they come out, vote Democrat. We've been voting Democrat since the 60s. And according to us, ain't nothing changed, but we gonna keep voting for these people. You oppressed. Make sure you vote Democrat. It's stupid, man. Y'all get in the comments and let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this. Shout out to her, man. She's speaking some absolute facts. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Stay safe. Peace.